Thanks for staying here on Joy News Desk. The Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice is calling on ministers to, as a matter of urgency, declare their assets in compliance with the requirements of the Constitution. Article 286 of the 1992 Constitution requires ministers of state to declare their assets before taking office. It's one issue that has often been raised by anti-corruption crusaders and came up during the vetting of the first batch of President Akufo-Addo's nominees. Speaking to Joy News, CHRAF Commissioner Joseph Wattal believes ministers have no choice than to comply.
And
what is the way forward? I'm asking that
the way forward,
very crucial.
The way forward is ensuring that when we declare, we make it transparent enough. In other places, it should be published in the National Gazette. You and I should be able to go and read. In fact, those of us who are a bit older, before 92, under the PNDC, there were assets declarations were being made and gazetted. So you could just go and find, and that's how we got to know that Kwesi Bochwe declared a gramophone, something like that, things like that. What prevents the Constitution from doing that? That's why I will call upon the present government to ensure that the assets declaration regime recommendations by the Constitutional Review Commission, which to me are far-reaching in curing this defect in the constitutional provisions, are quickly implemented. Because it is about, corruption is not when you go and prosecute people, it's about ensuring that the systems are in place. If systems are tight, you declare, and I know how much you are paid. I know how much you get from private income. If you now suddenly have some hotels and other things within a short space, the burden now the shifts to you to tell me as an investigator or the commissioner of charge how you came by that property, failing which that property would be confiscated to the state. And that is in the Constitution. But if I don't know, if the people of Ghana don't know what the person has declared, because it is sealed and kept in the Auditor General's office, how are they going to complain? Because they don't know what he has declared. So it's a major, major problem. So in a nutshell, early declaration by officers who are coming into office before they get access to our assets. 2, publication, preferably through the Gazette, bulletin, and then verification. Verification will be if we are able to trace. You said you have 3 houses. Let's go and see physically how they look like, what they are worth. And if we think that you have under-declared the value, that is another issue. All these are reform areas when it comes to the assets declaration regime.
Commissioner Wattal also wants President Akufo-Addo to ensure the assets declaration recommendation made by the Constitutional Review Commission is implemented.
Because it is a constitutional obligation. Whether you like it or not, you must declare. And that is why I take the position that the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he did the right thing by swearing them in and immediately informing them to ensure that within 2 weeks they declare. That is the way to go. You don't have to wait and declare at your own time. And I think over the years, the Commission has always drawn attention of public officers to this requirement to declare immediately, because that is when we get to know your true properties and liabilities.
So you have the position that they should be declaring?
They should declare as early as possible. In fact, 2 weeks is even long. What prevents you after being sworn in? Within a week, you should be able to swear. And you should be able to declare and let people know what you had when you were coming in to office before the trappings of office gave you the opportunity to start having other properties.
shouldn't you begin looking at the possible enforcement of this provision? Because clearly, if people don't recall doing that, and in some cases, people aren't even sure they've done that, doesn't it raise question about the fact that it's just one of the laws in the show?
It is a regrettable flaw in the Constitution. Why the Constitution decided that when they swear, they should seal it and have it delivered to the Auditor General, who keeps it without verifying what they have declared, and it is only when there's a complaint to a court, or there's a case in court, or a complaint to the Commission on Human Rights, that is when the investigator of charge or a judge of the court has power to then direct the Auditor General to release that. Is it not meant for the people of Ghana to know and be able to then ask questions? That is why I'm saying there's a flaw.
The Supreme Court is expected today to rule on a suit filed by private legal practitioner David Ametefe challenging the court's earlier decision to allow former Attorney General Martin Amidu to orally examine businessman Alfred Agbesiwoyome. Now, this suit has led to the adjournment of the planned oral examination. Joy News' Joseph Akable joins us from court. Well, we'll take you to the courts shortly. Meanwhile, ministers designate Esla Owusu for communications, Joseph Ada for water resources and sanitation, Kofi Amoakwalta for roads and highways. Now, all these three persons will appear before Parliament's Appointments Committee to be vetted for their various offices today, and we'll take you live to Parliament when the proceedings begin. We'll take a quick break here on Joy News Desk. Up next is Business with Emmanuel Abuaje Riafe.